What is going on, Nissan Nation? From all things Nissan here in Middle Tennessee to way over on the west coast of California. This is your Nissan Nation, and I'm your host, David Boyd, and we've got young, and I mean it, he is young, fit, just a hell of a sexy beast over there in Daniel Groders. What's up, buddy?
What's up, my brother? Look at me today, dude. Looking all profesh. Look at this. I got the profesh set up now. I'm almost looking as cool as Dave. I mean, this isn't as profesh, but we're not going to point that out. Oh, shit.
No, it's there. It's there. There we go. We're coming in. All right, guys. So we're testing some new software, so please be a little patient with us. Hopefully you guys can hear us all right. I don't know if I'm blaring your ears out or if you can hear Danny. We're testing out. We got a new mic set up. We got Danny over there with the same setup now, so we're hopefully let us know if you can hear us all right, because I have had some complaints the past week or so that was a little quiet.
Yeah, and me as well, because I got a new mic. So let me know if we need to turn me up, turn me around, turn me upside down.
Oh yeah, guys, let me know once again. Let us know if you can hear us all right. But this is the Rachel Ride episode of Live Fridays, and Danny. I'm kind of of course I've seen them. You haven't got to see anything yet.
This is gonna be a first take on my side of the house.
Well, first off, Danny, Misohoni, he's toasting us. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Right now I'm rocking the out of fifth grade cup. So I just graduated from fifth grade. And I'm doing it in the right way. When you graduate fifth grade, you got to fill your cup with some tasty boozeroni and have at it.
You do, Danny, and I'm glad that you've moved up from past the fifth grade there, dude.
That's right, buddy. I'm really a testament to the public school system. No, I'm not. I was homeschooled.
Well, Joel, so let's go through here. We got Rockham Lab. We got Cordetti. Jeff Cordetti's in here. Once again, Misohoni, which is one of the best names I've seen on here in a long time. We got a few on here. We got 9. We'll get a few more on here. Danny, have you been sharing the link out?
I'm sharing it right now. Sorry, guys. I'm doing that right now. I'm sharing the link out. Make sure everybody hops in. We have a good time.
That's right.
And make sure you crack yourself a drink. And we're gonna, and Dave doesn't know this yet, but I'm actually gonna be playing Bad Cop tonight.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna rate your ride. I'm gonna tear your ride to pieces.
What?
Yeah, Dave. This is called Danny Rips on Your Ride.
Wow.
So don't take offense to any of this. I'm just trying to have some fun.
No, it's everything
I
I've
might
seen.
be drunk.
Everything I've seen. Everything I've seen of the pictures, man, they actually look. This one's not as scary as honestly. I was kind of hoping for some scary stuff, dude. I really was, and it's not as. It's really not. These are some solid rides tonight, Dan. But
I'll find fault. Don't worry, Dave. I'll find problems with them.
Oh man, but
and I think Dave. I think some of them I know what some of the problems were, because I've seen some people say, "Hey, I sent you my ride." And I might know some backstory or some insider info on some of them. So we'll see what we come up with. I might have to call some people out on some of their stuff.
Well, so there's a few on here that of the normals that we know. So that's kind of exciting. And then there's Danny, there's a few that you may not be prepared for, buddy.
Oh, good. I'm excited about that.
Right. But first off, guys, thank y'all for joining us on the Navara experiment the other night. That was a lot of fun. I didn't know how you guys would take. Obviously, they call that the Frontier globally, but I didn't know how you guys would take seeing that truck. And Danny, we had over 200 people in the stream that night. It was a lot of fun. We got a big surprise, Dan. What was the big surprise in that thing? Because it blew both of us away.
Yeah, and thanks to was it Frank B?
No, it was our moderator extraordinaire, Joe Taylor.
Joe Taylor, that's who. Joe Taylor, with his eagle eye, his American eagle eye, spotted a little something during the reveal, and of course, if you haven't seen it plastered all over, the new Frontier kind of got a little spy shot of the front end there when they were showing some pictures. And so, if you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. Dave did a little video about that. But yeah, we got a little taste of the front end on the new Frontier.
Oh, we got Ricky Bobby Fast in here.
Bobby, yeah.
What is
my
up?
Homie, I got to hang out with this guy because literally I sold him my wheels. he sent me some shrink wrap, like a box of shrink tube, and we're like maybe an hour away from each other.
Right.
So Ricky Bobby, we're gonna hang out soon. It's in my mind. And,
Cheers, Ricky Bobby.
Cheers, brother. I'm gonna find some time for us to chill out, my bro.
Oh man, but that was a good. It really was like seeing that Frontier at the back end of that, and I've we broke the news on that, guys. Thanks to Joe Taylor's eagle eye for hitting me up about that. But once again, like yes, we have another channel, All Terrain Nation. Go subscribe to that one definitely. But we're Nissan through and through. Do not get us wrong. Don't ever forget that we love. Danny's got his hat on. Like we love the brand, and we're probably the best out there for breaking Nissan news. And that just shows it because it was right after that. We have people that watch I watch other people's live streams and stuff, but we have media outlets that do watch these live streams. And that's not me stroking my ego by any means, but it's just everybody has to be on point. No, it's not. But the facts are, we are now known within the industry that we're breaking news before anybody else, and we're getting the correct info before anybody else. So as soon as we did it, that three-letter organization here on YouTube posted something about it real quick. Motor One all of a sudden posted something, a couple hours later about it. And guys,
well, people know where to come when they want the cutting edge Nissan news. There's only one place, Dave.
That's right. The Nissan Nation. Travis Barber's on here from Australia. What's going on, dude?
Oh, brother.
And maybe next week,
cool.
Dan, Travis might be on the show next week from Australia.
Oh, that would be sweet. Are we gonna have an interpreter?
What's a mate?
I don't know. What are all these roos and bogans he's talking about?
Shrimp on the bobby.
See, Travis, I knew what a bogan was. That's half the way.
Oh, man.
I'm actually slightly bilingual.
Well, the way you hold your cup, you're by it something. But anyways, I want to say thank you there, Mr. Nissan Hawaii Nation there. Thank you for that $2.99. Guys, these super chats and stuff that you've done for us. See Danny's little mic over there? Look at that. See this mic over here?
I'm getting there.
We are upgrading some things here. Y'all didn't buy the TV, by the way, though. I wish somebody would have bought the TV, but y'all didn't. But because of these things, we are stepping up production. And Danny, we're working towards getting Danny something up behind his there. And we really want this. We want to make this as professional as possible, even though me and Danny are a couple clowns that just love the brand.
Yeah, we're not professional, but at least we need all of our things to look professional. That way we're taken at least halfway serious.
That's
if
right.
All our stuff looks professional and we're not, at least then we got 50% credence.
Yes, well, 50% something
or whatever. Got something.
But anyways, so we thank you guys to everybody who honestly, just by watching these videos last month, I will say this, last month was our best month on YouTube overall. It was our best as far as ad revenue, which we're not getting rich by any means. So I'm not gonna be one of those YouTubers like, I just made my first $1 million.
We just bought 4 GTRs. We're giving them away.
I drove this one off the lot. I'm done with it. I'm giving it to a homeless guy.
Right.
No, we're not there yet. But because you guys watch this stuff, it is helping fund this, and once again the super chats and stuff. So guys, I appreciate it, and thank you, and to the loyals too, like Mr. Ronald there with Nissan Hawaii Nation and a few others. You guys have been tremendous, and I do appreciate it. But tonight, Danny, it's Rate Your Ride night, buddy.
Heck yeah, buddy. I'm looking forward to this one.
But first, Dan, what is going on with your race program? We really hadn't heard much about anything happening with it.
Yeah, so I have a dual battery box coming in. I have all the KC interior work lights coming in. I have all the battery cables and all the power cables for all the battery situation coming on. I had a buddy come out and we planned out the whole battery wiring. It's a lot more in depth than you would imagine just to wire up your batteries. Basically, you got to run cutoff switches and junction blocks and stuff like that. And
right.
Yeah, it's probably like $250 worth of battery cable.
Wow.
And battery switches and stuff. Maybe a little bit less, but but yeah, so we have that all planned out and ordered. That should be coming in. Like I said, the battery box to get the 2 batteries in there is coming in. And if you guys want to buy a 300Z, it is for sale in order for
What?
me to finish the race truck. That's I'm asking premium dollar for it. I think it's a premium car for that price.
Oh no,
Um,
I think you're too cheap on that car, Danny. I know you haven't had a ton of hits on it, but I think you're too cheap
Well,
on it.
I've had 74 hits on it, but I've had a lot of offers, but I have yet to have someone offer me what I want for it.
Right?
So I've had a lot of interest, a lot of low balls, a lot of people getting pretty close. So we'll see. But I mean, Dave, I got a race next year.
Oh, I
That
know.
I
I
have
know.
set a go no go for racing next season. I will not take anything less than a green flag next season, so I have to race. And if that requires me selling my soul, selling my Z, selling my wife,
Wow.
that's what I got to do.
Wow.
Maybe not my wife yet. I'll sell the Z, and then and then maybe the wife will have to do some work.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can always make more kids, Danny. So I'm gonna say there's a black market for children, right? I kid. I
Wow.
kid. I kid.
Dave,
kid.
in this climate,
Right?
this
Right.
political climate.
Oh
Anyhow.
man. Anyway, so let's get into this. Our first contestant tonight is a gentleman named Aaron Blanco. Now, I do not know Aaron, and Aaron, if you're on the stream, what's going on, buddy? Danny, before you can't see anything. You're unfortunately we haven't figured out the delay effect just yet. But I haven't launched this. What do you think Aaron Blanco drives? What would be that name? What does that name ring a bell with?
Aaron Blanco. It has to be white.
No, no.
Okay.
You would think with a name like
I'm
that.
gonna go with a. I think you're gonna roll something pretty regular out right off the bat. So I'm gonna go with a Nissan Frontier.
Really? Is that
Yeah.
your final answer?
That's my final answer.
All right, let's just move into this. And Danny is not correct. Of course, that 15-second delay is going to kick in here in just a second. And Danny, we are looking at a Nissan Titan. We're looking at a lifted
close.
Nissan Titan. Danny, can you see this truck just yet?
Not yet, Dave. You're obviously gonna put it up, and then there it is. All right, so beautiful.
Well, let me.
I
Make
mean,
this
wait
a
a second.
bigger.
Hold on.
Well, I'm going to make this
Make
a
it bigger.
There you
Like
go.
I said, Dave, that initial response was incorrect. Geez, what is this? Some kind of bro ride? Remember, guys, this is "Rip Your Ride" by Danny, by the great Groot.
Oh, Danny, let's. Okay, I'm the good cop. First off, here,
You're gonna good cop this. I'm gonna bad cop this.
since we're new to this kind of stuff, I have not copied any information down other than we're just going to look at the rides tonight. So this looks to be a 2016 to 2019 Nissan Titan, and it looks to have a 6-inch drop bracket lift on there. It looks like a rough country drop bracket lift with some wheels on it, Dan. But let's get a little deeper into this, and you're gonna like this guy because he rips it, dude. He takes this Titan out and has a little bit of fun with this thing. And don't rate it just yet, though. I want you to see these couple pictures.
Okay. All right. Well, so let me start off with the fact that the first picture obviously is in the snow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the wheel color and the match for the grill emblem, and then it's a bronzish gold color, right? So the match is pretty. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, it's kind of on point. If I saw it on the street, I would call him like a gyroped, like you're never gonna take this off road.
What?
However, the 2 pictures I see are him in the snow and then him freaking throwing some rooster tail. Only bros throw rooster tail. This one I might have a hard time ripping it apart.
I know.
It's an effing rad ride.
Well, there's one more picture we've got here, and this has got to be Danny approval right here, Dan. This one here is this is full Danny.
Now, is this truck 4-wheel drive, you think?
I think it is. I can't.
I mean,
say
the
for
roost
sure.
he's sending. I mean, he was 2-wheel driving that. There's no way you're roosting that hard in 4-wheel.
Oh, Joe Taylor's finally in. Thank you, Joe Taylor. for
Holy
coming in.
piss,
Danny.
I will say, listen. This guy's truck looks super rad.
Right.
Those are definitely not my favorite wheels.
Oh, really?
I want to say those are a Rockstar wheel. I can't say for sure. The only true negative thing is that it's not my favorite wheel. However, listen, man, everything obviously is dealer's choice. I mean, if that's what he likes, and whatever, it's his it's personal opinion really.
Yeah, but
But
Danny, he's using this vehicle, man. You
yeah,
cannot.
there ain't nothing wrong with this guy, dude. I'm sure me and you and him would be high fiving, and be good friends. But
All right, so I
they
found
are
his
Rockstar
stats.
wheels.
I found
So
the
he has.
stats. Hold on,
Hold on, Dave.
I found the
Okay.
stats.
Read
You
me
got
the
to know
stats,
these.
and then I'll give him my bro rating.
All right, all right. So we're going 1 through 5 for bro ratings, right? 1 being the worst.
1 through 10. 1 through 10 for bro
10.
ratings.
We're gonna get. All right.
Full bro is like 28-inch wheels that stick out 400 inches, and they're wrapped in like mutters that have no sidewall, and the undercarriage is chrome. So in this scenario, I'm gonna give a bro rating. There's different ratings for cars and trucks, of course.
All right, so I'm gonna try to pull. I'm gonna go through the emails while we're doing this and try to find their stuff.
Dave, let me make a note. That I apologize. That's a bro dozer rating. There's a difference between a bro rating for like a Nissan Frontier, like my red truck with all the fiberglass and stuff has like the bro rating, like the Cali bro rating,
right?
And then there's bro dozer rating.
Okay.
So let's get into it. Give us the specs on this one, Dave.
All right. So first off, guys, let us know what is your 1 through 10 bro rating. 10 being the most bro-ish and 1 not bro enough. You guys in the comments before Danny gives his, we got to know your bro ratings. But first off, this is a 2017 Titan Pro 4X. Pro 4X, Danny. All right. It's got a 2018 front fenders without the badge, even though it looks like in the picture I'm seeing it has the badges currently.
There was one picture without the badge because I
Okay.
was looking and I noticed that it didn't have the badge, so I was very interested.
There it
in
is.
what
There.
that was
Okay,
all
I see
about.
it now.
Yep.
Yep. There we go. We'll go back to that snow picture.
Which I like that he put non-badge fenders on, right?
Yes, I hate those badging.
I know that Dave gives points for that, by the way, for
Yes.
sure.
All right, so it has 2.5 Radfo coilovers, rough country
Nice.
6-inch drop bracket lift, 35-inch what is that? Patriot MTs on 20 Rockstar with 3 inches. K&N drop-in air filter, amp power steps, which those amp power steps are
sweet.
Those are boss, man. I'm not gonna lie.
You get a touch of a bro point, but I'm not gonna take that's not like against you bro point because they're actually like very user friendly.
Right. And
but they do give you a bro
it's
point.
It's got Niztec high lift shovel mounts in it. So Danny,
classy.
what is on 1 through 10? Once again, 10 being the highest bro that you can be, 1 not bro enough. What is the Danny bro rating of this truck?
So bro dozer rating is only gonna go for 3.
Wow.
Because really you only got you got like 1 and 2 points for Rockstar wheels, which this is probably the best looking Rockstar wheel application that I've ever seen, to tell you the truth.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. The truck looks amazing. The amp steps and the Rockstars, they get you 2 points on the bro dozer rating. So it's not a bro dozer in my opinion. You got to be over 5 for it to be a bro dozer.
Okay.
But you got a couple bro dozer moments. I love the fact that he replaced the fenders without the big old emblem. I mean, Dave, you've talked about it so many times where you hate that big old grill thing on the side.
Yep.
Rad flows, that means he's putting a decent shock in there, which means that drop bracket will actually work with those big tires. The big shock's gonna make that thing actually perform off road. Some color match stuff. Again, he's got a high lift so that he can actually do some work. However, I have a question.
Yep.
If you have a high lift, where are you jacking that truck from with amp steps?
Well, it's for his shovel. It's for a shovel mount now.
It's a shovel mount?
Oh, well, it says high lift and shovel mount. So I'm sorry.
Right. Just a heads up. I wouldn't jack that truck off your amp steps. just throwing it out there. Something to think about. That's the only thing there. But no, it's super clean truck. I love it. Stoked that you sent that in. Thanks for sending that in. Super clean. Looks really good.
Yeah, it looks great. So what's your final bro on it, man? If you're going to give it, it's got to have a rating.
I told you it's a 3 bro dozer. And that's so there's different ratings, Dave. Okay. So We got this is our
I got
first time doing
confused.
this.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. We're gonna learn. We're gonna learn this.
So that you obviously, if you're gonna submit a Titan with slightly larger wheels, it's gonna start moving into the Brodozer range, especially if it's lifted and
Right.
whatnot. Again, this is only a 3 on the Brodozer. He's not even in the dirty South yet, or wherever
Wow.
Brodozers come from.
South Carolina is what I know him
I don't
from.
know. So he's pretty clean and clear from there. But let's see what kind of rating can we go for what do we do? 0 to 10. 10 being the most awesome truck and
Yep.
or car we've ever seen, and 0 being the worst thing we've ever seen.
Yes.
What do you think? So I'm gonna give this thing a solid. I'll give it a 7.
A 7.
It's a solid 7 truck.
Let me get my pen and paper out, Dan, because we're gonna have to keep up with these.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not the most amazing Titan in the world.
But you know what I like
everybody
about
would
this?
aspire to that, of course. But
I like that it's a classic. He didn't go crazy with it. So go ahead, you finish up yours, and then I'm gonna go through it. So
yeah. So it's super clean truck. He's done a lot of really very clean mods. Everything is nice. That nothing specific detracts from the truck. It's right up there. I mean, obviously, I can't give it a 10 because it doesn't have every mod under the sun. That's
right.
perfectly tasteful.
Mhm.
He's got most of the mods in for him, of course everything's subjective, but
Of course.
it's a solid 7 out of 10. The only thing that I would do more, but I mean, I don't know. I would, if for an off-road truck, I'd do some bumpers and stuff like that. But I'm here nor there.
All right.
Maybe some LED lights in the right above the toe points or something. I don't
Right.
know.
All right. So you're
I'm
giving
just
this one a
spitballing here.
7 and a
It's
bro
a solid 7 truck, and I don't
and a
and
bro
I'm
rating
saying
of 3 is what I
a
heard.
bro rating of 3. So
All right.
low brodozer rating, Dave.
All right.
Low
Okay.
brodozer rating is good, and high build rate.
I got my
of
pen
7.
out. I got my
And
pen
again,
out, guys.
A 10 would be like a SEMA truck
Yeah.
that's done correctly.
And the drive shafts aren't hooked up.
Yeah. Like maybe not even a SEMA truck, but I haven't seen the inside if he's done any if he has some cool stitching in the side or something like that. There's obviously room for improvement on this truck, but at the same time, he's definitely over a 5 with the mods that he's done. He's got quite a few really sweet mods. So well done. What do you think, Dave?
All right, so on the bro rating, I'm gonna give it a solid 5 on the bro rating. It's middle.
Woo!
It's middle
no,
ground.
Brodozer
Oh,
rating.
sorry,
Dave.
brodozer
Remember,
rating.
we
Let me write
can't
this
give it
down. Brodozer.
I can't
All
give this a bro rating because he doesn't have any bro traits. It's brodozer rating.
All right, so I'm writing it down. I just gave it a 5, and why I'm giving it a 5 is because I think to be a 10, like Danny said, you've got to be on 40-inch tires, and they've got to be basically mud boggers. If to get a 10 for me, I need mud boggers. I need it to be the worst riding thing. I need that you can't run over children or a 6-foot tall man because you just went over his head. That's where my 10's at.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Like the truck's so tall that people.
Are we talking about brodozer rating?
Oh God, yeah, that's for me.
Okay,
This is
okay,
this
okay.
is my
Yeah,
version,
yeah.
man. We're
All right,
working
all
through
right.
this now. But let's see. I like that he went with the burger. The burger's matching the wheels, and then he's painted the lift there too. It's very classy. He could have went with the tow hooks. Danny, I might have given him a little bit better score if he did the tow hooks as well in the bronze.
I agree. I agree. That could be a nice little option. I agree. Match the bumper or the
Yep.
burger.
Yeah, and maybe this is me being crazy, but maybe we get the tow mirrors there in bronze as well. Maybe.
Okay.
But
I'm not in for that. I'm not in for that. But we all have our opinions.
Yeah, man, we all bro differently, But as far as just a normal scale on this thing, I'm going to give this truck a 7 because I like the classic look of it. It's not crazy. Obviously the dude has a lot of fun in it, and that's what I like to see. If you're going to lift a vehicle, do it with a purpose.
This is a classy lift. Tires fit decently. It looks like they're fairly flush. Again, he has some rad flows in there, so it actually performs. It's not just a bracket lift or with some stanchions on top of the shocks and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Right. All right. So, and that was
Hold on.
Mr. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on, Dave. I got to give a shout out to two people right now. Travis Barber, can Danny please rewrite your election process? He has his shit sorted out so far. I was laughing my cheeks off at that one. And then Misa Miso Honey, I'll give it a solid 7. Clanster truck rating. You guys are freaking killing me over
Oh,
here.
man.
If you see me just laughing for no reason, it's because you threw down some serious hilarious stuff in the chat. So keep it coming, guys. You guys are killing it.
Oh, of course. Hey, Danny, by the way, did you share this in any Titan groups?
No, you know what? I should. I'm going to
I'll
share it
do
right now.
I got
All
you
right.
one.
Well, no. Let me do it. You gotta move through the move through the stuff. So you gotta
Okay,
start
all right,
bringing in the
all right.
next.
Guys, and two, if you guys are in any groups, Nissan groups, share this link out because this is all in fun, by the way, too. Like I don't think there's a mean bone in either of our bodies about any of these rigs. And once again, that was Aaron Blanco, and we're gonna do this alphabetically, Dan.
All
And
right.
if there was an Aaron that was wanting to get his truck rated, what would be an Aaron that you would think of that would be next up to get his truck rated?
Aaron Powers with a Nissan Xterra.
Aaron Powers, huh? Well, let's see here. Let me see if I can get this up right. All right. So just have some patience with me, guys, because all these pictures are different sizes, by the way. So that makes it interesting on producing a show. All right. So here we go is a Mr. Aaron Powers. And this is a Nissan Xterra. And this is
all right.
This is me. This is our bread and butter, Dan. We know these vehicles pretty well. And so
I have some specific things that I need to talk about with this truck.
But first off, this is I believe it's a 2012, if I remember right, Pro 4X.
Did he change the front grille?
It has been
for that
Titan.
bumper?
Yeah, it is. It's
Okay.
It's been Titan swapped. It's got a who's the company out of Pennsylvania that makes bumpers, front and rear?
Hardcore off-road.
Yep, hardcore front and rear bumpers on this thing. He's got some white knuckle rock sliders on it. He's got some Niztec coils of some sort on this thing. And Aaron is definitely a buddy of ours. So let me write this down, Dan. Danny's going to be looking at this because this is important stuff, guys. And we do want your opinions on these, by the way. So let me write this down. It is a 2012, if I remember right.
Okay.
Xterra. All right, Danny, let's go, man. What do you got going for here?
Was that the build list you just gave us, or do
No,
you have a breakdown?
Not everybody gave me a build list, but I do
Okay,
know this
all right.
truck a little bit.
All right. So the first thing I got to say with this truck is the rear axle is undersprung.
Yep.
All right. You want to know why it's undersprung, Dave?
Why is that?
Is because Aaron probably didn't account when he was getting his rear leaf pack. He probably didn't account for the 14 cases of Miller Lite that is consistently in the back of his Xterra. So while this truck is an amazing truck, it looks like he's got a really nice fender cut on the front end, which you have to do when you run some big tires in the Titan swap, which is quite a bit wider. I can almost guarantee you that he didn't run that through the build plan when he was getting his rear springs in.
Yeah. Okay.
For those of you that don't know, Aaron Powers is a consummate fan of the Miller Lite, and I have never seen Aaron Powers without at least 50 beers in the back of his truck.
That is true.
That's a dead true story. Tell me you haven't seen a cooler in the back of his truck that had anything less than at least 2 cases in the back.
Yeah, no, and they're gone probably by that night. Yeah,
Aaron is just as quick.
Yes, Aaron does like his Miller Lights, and
he loves his Miller Lights.
But the thing with Aaron about his Miller Lite ratings, he will share those with you. He's not a guy that's just has to. He's your buddy. He's your bro.
Exactly. He's the best beer me guy ever. This is the Xterra High Life edition, maybe. He needs like cooler fridge or like a fridge slide that just like 2 fridge slides. Or
when
maybe
he
like
opens that hatch,
Yeti slides.
He opens that hatch and you hear, and it's just like smoke coming out because it's cool air hitting it. It's like just a freezer back there.
Oh yeah. He could actually have one of those commercials. I don't. You remember those commercials where they like open the cooler and they like dive into the Arctic or something like that?
Yes.
I feel like that's how it should be when he opens the back of his hatch. It's just somebody hands a Miller Lite. It's Aaron with a bunch of like icicles hanging off his. Does Aaron have a? He doesn't have a beard, does he? Does he
Goatee.
have a beard?
He's a goatee
He's got
guy.
it. That's right. That's right. Like a bunch of icicles hanging off of his goatee, and he just hands you a Miller Lite out of the back of his Xterra.
All right, so let's see. There's one picture, and here is another picture. And Aaron actually uses his vehicle, and he gets down with it, man. There is no doubt about that. Aaron likes to have some fun in his truck. So there, Danny, you can see it's doing a little bit of its flex. He was at Windrock, and when this picture was taken, I got to hang out with Aaron when this picture was that night. And he was super excited because he just finished Titan swapping this thing. So this was its kind of maiden voyage to stretch its legs, if it were. Because Aaron's not getting out of that truck, so it's not going to get stuck because that would require effort, and Miller Lites take up more effort than need to be. But Danny, let's what is your bro status on this truck? Because I'm curious on this one.
Straight bro. It's obviously got its 0 bro dozer status. He loses 1 point bro status because he has the same wheels as every other Xterra owner for the first 10 or 12 years of the Nissan Xterra, which there was the only aftermarket wheel, it seemed like, that everybody had to run if they had to run an aftermarket wheel, which is a Pro Comp. I believe they're 7089s or something along those lines.
Right.
So he loses 1 bro dozer or bro point because he's running the same 16-inch Pro Comp wheels as every other dude out there. But not a lot of bro points. He doesn't have the Cali lean.
Yeah.
He doesn't have fiberglass. I don't see any big old lights hanging off the roof or the front bumper. Everything's pretty clean on this truck. So I'm not deducting, or I'm not adding any bro points, and I'm deducting a couple points for the Pro Comp wheels.
Right. So what's your final bro rating of this truck?
Bro rating's probably only going to be about a 2.
Wow.
I'm going to take away 2 for the. Is he run 35s?
Yeah.
Looks like 35s.
Yeah. There's 35s
okay.
on this thing.
All right. So a point for the wheels and a point for the tires, because 35s is you have to go 35s if you're bro. If you're not running 35s, you're not trying hard enough.
That is true. All right. So.
Oh, and the cheap bit, so the cheap beer, the wheels and the tires, that's at least 2 points.
So his beer choices actually affect his rating here?
Sorry. That's part of his build, dude.
That's right. That is part of Aaron's build. I'm not going to lie about that. All right. So we got a bro rating of 2, Danny, but rate the vehicle in general. Where is this truck at?
All right. So the fender count on the front end looks really nice and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Great front bumper. I can't remember. Does he have a rear swing out or tire carrier?
Yes, he does.
Okay. So he's got this thing built front to rear. He's got a good coilover package in it. This is I would say this is a classic Xterra build. This is what you see. This is most guys when they level up their truck. This is right up there at the top. I'm going to give this thing solid 8 for an Xterra. I think this is an 8 for an Xterra. There's a couple points to be had. Well, let me take that back. I'm going to give this a 7 for an Xterra. It doesn't have anything extreme. It's like a classic, well-built Xterra build, and I would give that a 7.
Okay.
8, 9, 10. Those are when you're doing some crazy stuff that nobody else is doing, stepping outside the box. So I'm going to give this a 7 as well.
All right. So let's see. On a bro rating, I can't give, like you said, I can't bro rate this one too well because it's just if he would have this thing wrapped in Miller Lite, the graphics in a Miller Lite, and he comes out like Duffman on The Simpsons, except it's Miller Lite.
We need to GoFundMe that.
Yes.
We need to GoFundMe a Miller Lite wrap for his truck.
This would be a total. It would be a total 10 package if he would just go full out with the Miller Lite. But as of right now, I can only give this thing a bro rating, Danny, of a 1.
Okay, I'm totally on board with that. The MN Path has arrived. I know he's going to be on the list. Thanks for throwing us down some money. Hopefully we'll get to yours tonight.
Yes, thank you for that. Hopefully I have the alert box coming up. Maybe. Anyways, let's transition that. All right, so as far as the build itself, there's my smell my finger. As far as a rating of this vehicle, I like you said, these wheels on this thing. For one, these are J.R. Carey's old wheels. So, and I that's inside information. Like I'm basically cheating here. So
I even ran those wheels on my truck for a while.
there are the ugliest wheels I've ever seen. Like those wheels are, like Danny said,
They're
at one
just
point,
basic. They're just
that was
basic wheels, man.
only thing you could get for a Frontier and Xterra. Why that is, no idea.
Well, that's because we had a crap bolt pattern, and only one company decided to make that bolt pattern a wheel.
Those were the Starbucks of wheels for the Xterra and Frontier. Like they're
basic. They were the basic white chick wheels.
Yep, those are the basic white chick wheels. But like you said, the cuts on it are really good. I've actually seen this truck in person. The only thing I'm going to deduct him here too. I hate the Gen 2 original grill. I'm the bucktooth guy.
Oh,
I love the bucktooth.
I hate you for saying that, Dave. The
What?
bucktooth is like a dirty old slave, man.
Oh my god, kiss my ass, dude! Like that
get rid
grill
of that
there, that is garbage. But anyways, but to do the winch, you have to cut it all up. So you might as well just go with the older style grill. And it's a Pro 4X, so it's got the lights off, the covers are off. So he's off roading without covers. I hate to see people covering up their lights when you're off roading. What if you, in the daytime, what if you want the best picture possible, Danny? You got to have your lights on, man. How would people know you're extreme if you don't have your lights on? So overall, I'm going to give this truck a 5. That's right. It's getting a 5 from me because it's a badass truck. But Dan, it's just, once again, if he would have just had Miller Lite on the side of it.
Yeah, I agree.
I would have
way back in the day in like 07, 08, 09, this would have been a really, really top of the shelf truck.
Yeah.
But nowadays, this is pretty average as far as like a really well built truck.
Yep. All right,
Dave.
All right, so
let's move on.
Next up is a Brandon Erickson.
Oh, I feel like I know that name.
And this one is it's a pretty sweet ride, Dan. I'm not gonna lie. I want you to get a guy like that. What would he drive, Danny? What would a guy name?
I think we're gonna get
Brandon
into a car
Erickson.
right now. I think we're in the car. Am I barking up the right tree?
Well, it's got 4 wheels. So
Is
we'll
it
start.
a car though, Dave?
We're gonna start with 4 wheels, Dan. No, it is not. It is not a car.
All right.
I
don't know, Dave. Put it up.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Sorry. Once again, we're making TV magic here. So you gotta have a little patience with Pawpaw Boyd.
And
here.
we gotta start cranking through these two,
I know,
Dave.
I know.
Now that we've figured out our rating system.
All right. So there it is, Dan. There is Brandon's Xterra. It is a mighty Xterra. I don't know if it's popped up for you just yet.
Not quite yet. Why don't you start on it, Dave?
All right. So this beastly thing it's about as tall as you can get on it looks like a drop bucket lift. This thing has teeth in the front of it. I mean, how can you not like a vehicle that's got teeth, Dan? I mean, the thing could chew through the trails, right? That's why you do that. It looks like he was going for that classic shark on the side of the airplane, kind of like, but it's coming at you. Look, he's got the exoscale up on the roof, which is nothing says 2009 better than an exoscale lights on the roof. That's not a Schrockworks bumper. That's what do they call those? MRT, or I forget what they are. I think they're out of Utah, if I remember right. It's a good looking bumper. He's got a rough country drop bracket lift. I'm going to say it's about as stretched out as Michael Jordan could be. Let's look at it.
I'm thinking he has maybe CJD lowers, maybe Dirt King lowers. I can't tell for sure.
Look at the
on
back
the lower
of this
control
thing.
arms.
So it is spring over. So he's went full bro on this one. He wasn't playing around. But this thing, look, he's got the backpack. He's got the spare tire backpack on there, Dan. So I mean, what could be better than you're going to school? You got to have the backpack on there.
I believe this on Instagram. This is Rocky Mountain Goon. I follow this guy. Now I'm putting everything together.
All right.
So I'm a little disappointed though.
Uh-oh, what's wrong, Dan?
Originally, Rocky Mountain Goon used to have the same fiberglass fenders, the Hanneman fiberglass fenders that he had on my that I have on my race truck.
Right.
He also has a Titan front clip that he's put on his truck a couple times.
A couple times?
Well, he put it on to see it. Like, I don't know where he's going with that thing. He has tow mirrors. I mean, this thing, if you can do it, he's done it. This guy's gone all out. Going spring over, I think it's necessary for what he did because he's got a big drop bracket lift. I mean, this is a beast.
Oh,
Dave.
God, yeah.
This is a beast of a truck. Spring over, you might run into some axle wrap. I'm not sure. That's something to be wary of when you go spring over and you're in, big old. I'm guessing those are 35s at least.
Oh, at least, yeah.
If not a 37. You got to be careful of getting some serious axle wrap. I don't see a heavy duty shock back there. It does look like he may have. Well, I can't tell if he's got some new shock mounts in the rear. So, and actually, I'm going to look at his Instagram page to get a little bit more info on it. This guy's got some serious flex in this thing, though.
All right, but I'm gonna let me start out with bro status on this thing because nothing says bro like I need the tallest truck out there. Beast or not, he went. This guy went for an Xterra. He went pretty bro. Now he didn't just like put the mouth on the front of this thing. He went Titan mirrors on it because if you're that high in the air, you might as well get as much mirror as you can get on the side of this thing.
Yep.
Once again, the 2009 called and they want their exoscale roof lights back. He did upgrade the bumper though. Like he was a smart man. He was like, hey, I could put 4 more exoscales on this thing somewhere, but I'm going to go 4-inch pod LEDs in the fog lights. I'm going to chill. I'm going to chill out there
good.
just a little bit.
Fog light's good. Light's good.
But he went with my favorite tire. That's a BF Goodrich KO or KM2 tire on that thing. So
yeah.
But as bro status goes, if you want to be that tall in an Xterra, and now I'm an East Coaster, so like you guys out there, you have all this open space. I don't get it. But I'm gonna give this thing a good solid 6 bro status. And if it didn't have the mouth on it, it would probably be down to a 4. That's how much I like that mouth on that thing that I'm bumping it up.
Okay, so here's where I'm at, Dave. I want to show a picture real quick here. Let me see if I can get this. I'm just showing it off my phone because this is his Instagram. So if you guys can see that, it's hard for me to. All right, and then I'm going to show it also with this guy has a front clip. This guy also has fiberglass fenders from Hanneman. So he has basically 3 front ends that this thing has been through.
Or is it just like when he's going to town? Oh, I want to throw the other front end on.
And I'm not hating because I mean, like, you're right there with me, bro. I've been following this guy for a long time. Cool cat, right? Really rad truck.
Yep.
However, bro status, if you have that much fiberglass in your garage, if you're moving that much fiberglass, that's a lot of bro points, dude. That's bro points up there.
Right.
I'm gonna give this thing. He's got some good suspension travel, which gives it some bro points. And I'm not saying bro points are good or bad. They're just bro points.
Yep.
So I'm saying that this thing's a solid 6 on the bro
We're tying
point
on the
scale.
bro status. Nice.
It's spring over, so I can't go any higher on bro point scale with a spring over truck because the axle wrap that would come with long travel. When you get links and you get fiberglass front and rear, and you're getting up in the 8s, 9s, and 10s with your bro status.
Yep.
But the tow mirrors, I'm not a huge fan of the tow mirrors. I got them on my Armada. I think he should go back to the other mirrors. Maybe he tows. Maybe they're required, but not a huge fan of the tow mirrors. Personal preference.
But what's your normal status on this thing? Where you at?
I think, man, this thing is big though. This thing's got lots of mods. He's got everything done, and then the kitchen sink to this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing at an 8.
Wow, that we tied completely because I gave this thing an 8 as well on just build status.
This is a hell of a build. I think I don't think I feel like he's kind of like all over the board though. I feel like he's missing some things and he's all over the board. He doesn't know quite where to go with this build. Is he trying to make the biggest truck? Is he trying to make a desert truck? Is he trying to make an overland truck? I feel like there's the continuity needs to be figured out.
Well, man, little gnats flying around here. I much respect to this guy, man. It is a pretty badass truck. I mean, you can't say anything really bad about that truck, Dan. It is
No, it's just a rad truck.
yes, it is very rad. And let's see. All right, so our next truck, Danny,
Yes.
you're gonna know this truck. You are gonna know this truck. Let me
Is it sad that like I feel like if you've modified your Nissan truck, there's like a 50 to 75% chance that I know you somehow.
well
Like I
this
know
is
who
a
you are.
this particular person, Dan, because Dan can't see this yet, just like you can't. This particular person, Danny, is a fellow YouTuber. We met
Oh.
him. He's a sharp individual. We met him on the Titan Adventure, and he goes by the
Oh.
name of CK Knife and Tool. Dan,
Oh yeah. We're in for a treat then.
we are in for a
You
very
start,
good treat.
Dave. You start.
All right, so we got to meet this guy on one of our latest trips that Nissan sent us out to, and was just a super cool cat, man. He makes really kick-ass knives. So go over to CK Knife and Tool on YouTube. He's got a really cool YouTube channel where he makes knives, and he does it for a living. It's not just a hobby for this guy. But he's got himself a
There it
Titan
is.
there. He's got himself a nice Titan there, Danny.
Yeah.
When I see these things, it makes me miss my Titan a lot. I just well, let's see. He didn't give us any information on it, but it is a Gen 2 Titan. It's been lifted. I believe there's about 2 inches of lift on it. He's got the steps on it. He's full Broverland on this one, man. He's a Broverlander, but he's out in, was it Washington or Oregon?
Oregon, I believe.
He's in the best place to probably be a Broverlander. As you can see in this picture, he's kitted up, man. He's ready to go. Either he's going to grocery shopping, or he's just going to pick the kids up from school, because you got to be ready to go. You got to be bug out ready when you're a Titan owner like this. And Dan, he's got chrome bumpers, man, chrome grills. Like this thing is bro status. Like
Really?
Oh yeah, man. This is like, if you're going to bro out, go chrome. Like if you're a true overlander, you can't have chrome.
I
on your
don't
vehicle,
I don't
man.
agree. I don't know any bros that want chrome on their truck.
Dude, bro, come on, bro.
That's maybe bro dozer is
Yeah.
chrome. Bro is, there's nothing chrome in the word, that like bro and chrome do not go together whatsoever.
Right. Well, but
Gold in bro is now a thing, by the way.
But no, in all honesty, super nice build on this thing. On his YouTube channel, he documents like everything he's done to this. He's put a lot of hard work into this thing. I don't like the roof rack on top of the roof. I know he literally drilled into the roof to do some mounting stuff on that.
Oh wow.
That's commitment that I don't kind of have for a truck like this. But then again, vehicles don't usually stay in my driveway too long. So, but on a scale of 1-10, just normally, I'm going to give this truck a solid 7, because I know the work he's put into it, and much respect. But he's the guy. He's an overlander, man. So overlanders got to show a little bit. So the bro status, I'm going to give him a solid 6 on bro status, Dan.
I'm gonna give this a 0 on bro status.
Wow.
Nothing about this truck screams bro dozer or bro at all. This is a pure overland truck. I know because
Yeah?
I've talked to him. I know about this truck. This guy is all about. I mean, he lives in Oregon. He makes knives for a living. He's kind of he's a touch more on the live off the land kind of a guy. You know, he
Yeah.
homeschools his kids, which I can't disagree with that. Salt of the earth fella,
Mm-hmm.
and there is zero bro. There is zero bro in him.
Oh no, he's a solid.
And maybe the and bro isn't necessarily a derogatory word for a person, but the wheels I'm back and forth on. I'm not a huge fan of spoke style wheels. I dig them. It looks good for the truck. It's a pretty clean truck.
Yeah.
I do dig his shell. A shell on a truck is,
Yeah.
especially for an overland style of vehicle, I think is a huge thing that you need to have. I'm gonna give this truck a 5.
Okay.
I think he'd get a higher rating on the amount of gear and kit that he probably has in the truck, but the truck itself, I'll give a 5. The overland kit stuff that he has in it and on the sides and stuff like that, I don't know if I can tabulate that specifically into the truck build itself.
Right.
So I'm going to give this truck a 5. It's great. It has a lot of things. I love the little, I don't know if they're Baja designs or what LEDs he has in the grill. Super nice. I, I I think that truck could definitely do most of the stuff he needs for what he's doing.
Right. Well, no, once again, it is a super, super solid, and we're having some fun, guys, today. So we're a little bit fun. But so next up, we got the Crocs, Danny. We got Croy,
Woo,
Mr.
Croisies.
CM Performance himself, in his 2000, if I remember right, SAS Nissan Xterra. Now this thing, I remember when he bought this. Now he bought this truck sassed. And it was a big pile of crap when he bought it. And he's put a ton of money into making it right, Danny. But start us off here, Dan.
I want you to start us off because I feel like you have more experience with this truck, and I need more info because I know Croixie's he's been in the chats a lot, but I haven't really stalked him much as far as this truck build and whatnot. So I want to hear more about this truck.
Okay, so once again, this thing was a turd when he bought it. He bought it sassed, and he's put a lot of money into it, and he's built it. He really has. He's built this thing up, and this was from his latest trip that he was out, I think, last weekend. He was in URA in North Carolina, which me and Danny spent some time in a few years back. And just like the thing is bedlined gray. It's basically it's uglier than my truck, my Xterra.
Perfect.
But it's getting used more than my Xterra is, so I can't bash it too much. But I'm going to go, so bro status on this thing, it's hard to give this one, like you're saying, Danny, it's hard to give this one a bro status because this is a purpose-built vehicle. The only thing it's got that I don't like is that goofy tube bumper on the front. I hate tube bumpers.
Really? You don't like? Oh, so we're on complete opposites of that.
Right.
I was looking at it. I was like, that's a nice looking little tube bumper he's got on there.
Bro status on this thing, I'm giving it a 0 because this is a purposely built vehicle, and I believe it's on 37s now, if I remember right. But as a build itself, Dan, I'm going to give this thing a 6, and I would give it a higher score, but I've seen it in person, and it's a trail truck. Like, this ain't something you're going to take out on Friday night to show your girl or guy a night on the town. This thing is a purpose-built beast. So go ahead, Dan.
It looks like a trail truck. It looks like a fun truck to just take out, and it reminds me of Cody's truck.
Oh no, this is definitely there. Yeah.
Yeah, and Cody's done it. I got to drive Cody's truck out on the trails.
We have a video of that.
And having that truck out there and getting through some stuff and flexing through some stuff. It looks like he's got a leaf in the front and rear. I'm guessing it's a waggy axle, solid axle swap. Is it a? I don't have a ton of info on it, but yeah. The mullet machine. It's a mullet machine. I like that. The $500 shit show is what Croy just said. This looks like a truck that's a ton of fun.
Yeah. No, he has a blast in this thing.
You just go do what you need to do with it. You know, it looks like a nice workhorse. I'm gonna give it a 7. It's a solid 7.
What about bro status?
I don't think this is bro status. I think it's I don't see any bro points on it. I mean, there's definitely like the rock crawler bros, but I don't think this would fit in there. I think this is too grassroots, too real, too correct to be in the bro status.
Yeah, I agree.
And like I've never met Croy, but I don't feel like he would fit in the bro world. I feel like he's a little bit too cool for that.
All right. So next up, Danny, we've got a Frontier, something that
Hold on, Dave.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ford 9-inch rear, hydro assist. Oh, hydro assist on the way. All right, so he's got a 9-inch rear end. When that hydro assist is in, Croy, that thing's going up to a 9, my friend. And the Ford 9-inch, that's some legit axle scenario. Because then we'll be Ford 9-inch, bro. So once that's done, I'm pushing you up 2 points. All right.
Next up is a Bronco. Yeah, it's a Frontier, and Danny, this one should be warm, near and dear to your heart because it's not just a Frontier. He's pulling a trailer, something you know all about there, Dan. he calls this a fun tier is what he calls it, and I got a feeling he has a lot of fun in this thing. So, Danny, I don't know if it's popped up on you just yet.
Again, Dave, you gotta go first. Why
Um,
don't you just lay it out for us?
I don't have a ton of information on this other than it is a white. It looks like it's got Pro 4X wheels on it. I don't know whether it is or not. He's got a cool awning on the back of his cap, but he's pulling a really, really cool camper, man, and it's something that I wish I wish I had a nice little camper like that. But it looks like he's having some fun with that thing, Danny, because there it is. The awning's out. He's got his camp set up. He's ready to go, and a very nice. It looks like Utah plates, so he's in God's country of anywhere you want to adventure, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But so let's tear into this build just a little bit because you can put an awning on it and you put a camper top on it, but does this truck get used any? Is what I really want to know is because like it's being used for shade there, as you can see. Like he's put his camper there and the truck's out. But does this vehicle get used, Dan? Because it's a white vehicle and I don't see any mud on it.
Well, Dave, I think he might have a little something in the front to fit those 33s.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got some Pro 4X wheels on it. I don't know if it is a Pro 4X or not.
Yeah, it's
He's
chrome
got the
chrome
Pro
on
4X
grill
wheels.
so I don't think it
Yeah,
is.
so that might not be. It looks like he's got an AT tire on it.
Decent tire.
I'm guessing it's probably 4-wheel drive. I like the cab that he has on it with the roof rack. That's a great addition. I wish I had done that back in the day. And I think this is built exactly for what it's built for, Dave. I think this tows this trailer, which you get out on some dirt roads and post it up, and not every truck has to go and get through, put it in severe 4-wheel drive to make it what it needs to do.
Right.
You can get to a lot of places in 2-wheel drive and still be off the grid, and so this looks like a really nice clean build. Nice big awning, which is nice.
Yeah, he didn't wimp out with the little one. He's actually using this awning.
No, this looks, he still has his mud flaps on. Again, this thing's not going to be crawling over rocks or anything like that. This is built to take his trailer on, down that dirt road to get to that little campsite that's a little bit less accessible.
Well, on bro status,
and I can respect that.
Bro status, Danny, I'm giving him a 2 because,
yeah,
he's got full mud flaps on that thing still.
No, that's not.
No. Listen, this is my rating.
You can rate whatever you want, Dave. You're an idiot.
But he really would have got if he would have matched that truck to the trailer, I would have gave him a good 5 on that as far as bro status. But in reality, he's got the awning on there. And it looks like a missile about to launch off the side of that truck, and he's ready to go. But there's chrome. Danny, I do not like chrome at all, man. So I'm gonna give you some bro status just for the chrome package. So I'm gonna give him a 2 on that. But as far as a build, I'm gonna give it a solid 4 right now because it looks like it's probably just the beginning of something cool. And maybe this is as far as he takes it or not. But look at the rear of this thing. It's not sagging with that trailer. So he's definitely put some leaves in it, or he's done an add-a-leaf. Like there's some well thought out to this vehicle. So that's where I'm at, Dan.
Yeah, and I think Expedition Outfitters hit the nail on the head. Dave, I don't think you know what bro status is. And, we got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He doesn't live in California, and he doesn't really appreciate the things that we've grown up seeing, Raul. I don't think you quite understand what happens out here in Southern California. But yeah, I'm with you. I'll give it a 4. And that's not talking smack about it, but it's purely from like the modifications and stuff. I think it's a very clean build. A lot of it seems like what he's done has been purposeful and clean and well done. But we're kind of rating it on a stock to extreme scale, I guess you would say. Right. So it's still pretty stock, but I love what he's done and I love where he's going with it. You don't really need to do, much more for what he's been rolling with, unless he's looking to possibly do some kind of overland where it's a little bit more extreme stuff.
All right. Well, let's see. Next up, let me find one here. I gotta find a good one here.
And it looks like Raul is rating every truck as some kind of politician. So just if you're in the comments, Expedition Outfitters is rating all the trucks as politicians. So
All right.
for what it's worth.
All right, let's see here. Oh, Danny. Dan, you're gonna love this one. I'm gonna see. I'm not even gonna tell you. You're gonna know this truck right from the get go. and you're gonna want to tear into this truck pretty good, I think, man.
Oh,
This has
can't
got
wait.
this one has, hey y'all, bro status all over it.
Woo-wee! Jim Bob!
You got some Jim Bob in the house here. Mr. Overland Nashville is in the house, and Danny, this is your boy, man. You gotta let your boy know what's up here.
All right, let me start with this one. Jim Bob basically has been stalking me like a creepy predator online since 2014, I think, possibly. Has been staring at my truck for all these years and basically copied every single thing that I did to my truck.
Yeah.
This guy is a hack. The only reason he has the things on his truck is because of me. The only reason he got married to his beautiful wife is because
He saw your
told
wife.
her,
He saw your
yeah,
wife.
he saw my wife, and I told her, like, give this guy a chance. I know he doesn't look like much, but maybe one day. And so his wife married him. She is out of his league. His truck is pretty trash. I know he didn't cut the fenders correctly, and his tires rub.
Mhm.
He has so much paint chips on his door because he got the wrong sliders. His rear cab is rattly. His snorkel's filled with dirt. His CVT tent smells like an old Barbie
Wow.
that he used inappropriately, and his light bars made in China.
Wow. So, bro status, Dan, where are you going to rank this thing?
This is a 10 on bro status because
10. Wow.
wait, no, I'm sorry. It's a -10. I apologize. Negative 10. Jim Bob is such a redneck that he would never even be allowed in California with this truck because it's so this is the anti-bro truck.
The anti-bro. All
yeah,
right.
and little known fact, he actually lives in the top of this truck. He doesn't even have a house. He lives in a CVT.
Yep.
And he actually sold his body for 4 months in order to get that CVT.
Wow. Nice.
Mhm.
But rating this truck, Danny, where are you going to be with this thing?
This is a -3.
Wow. -3 for the build?
Yeah, -3 because he copied everything I did.
Wow.
And he has no creativity, and he's just a dick.
Wow. But weren't you guys in a hot tub together in Utah?
We were.
Had some great times.
We had a damn good time in that hot tub.
All right, so bro status on the Jim Bob, man. He is a bro and a half. Like, he's the Tennessee bro. Like, I don't know what California bros are, Danny, but you don't know what Tennessee bros
He's a Tennessee anti-bro.
No,
okay, you're right. You know what?
he's a bro.
Like a Carhartt. He's like a wearing the Carhartt. He's
Yep.
a Tennessee bro. Okay, I got you. I got you.
He is a city slicking, downtown living Nashville guy that went and probably threw some mud on his truck right here to get this picture. Bro status on this thing, I'm giving this a 9 on bro status because the truck would be a 0, but once Jim Bob, he's such a bro, once he gets inside the truck, it just cranks that broness up to a 9 on it, man. Like, he's broed this thing out. But on a build scale 1 to 10, I'm giving this truck a 9 because I know the hard work that he has. He's really put a lot of work in this thing, and he bought it brand new. He was inspired by all you guys that on Instagram that are building these badass trucks. He was very inspired by that. And I will say this, out of a lot of these trucks that are on here, this truck is used every weekend. Like, this dude is always, him and his wife are always out camping in this thing, getting back to nature, having a good time. He loves putting them Toyota Tacomas to shame in this thing. He's got a pack of Tacomas he runs with.
I heard he slept in that rooftop tent with his cousin.
Wow. Well, that I cannot deny that. But but no, like Jim Bob, go follow Nashville Overland, man. He's a good follow for one thing. He's just fun.
That's one of the best Instagrams you can follow if you're into some Nissans and some chuckles.
Yes, we got a couple more here, Danny, and we're gonna wrap it up. I know you are on a time crunch.
We got a couple we got to get to, man.
Oh, Ricky Bobby, he's coming right up here. So
all right. I got a build list for him too.
Oh, really? Nice. Let's see here. Let me.
He texted me the build list.
All right, so this next one is everybody's dream car. If you want to go fast and you were a kid of the mid 2000s, this was your dream car, Danny. This is a GTR. And let's see. This is Mr. Paul Lamb's GTR. And let me pull up the. I think I've got some specs on this one, if I remember right.
All
But
right. Looks like Overland Nashville just joined a second too late. Hey,
Oh.
maybe you need to back this live feed up just a little bit, and go through and see how we rated your ride before you start chatting.
That's right. That's right. But Danny, man, nothing makes you cooler in life than having a GTR, right?
And this is like a drag GTR.
Yeah, there's a video that I couldn't post of him on the drag strip. He was doing 13 seconds. Pretty nice.
Yeah, that's legit.
But 113 miles an hour, if I remember right, somewhere in there. But Danny, talk about this GTR just a minute.
If he's doing 13s, he's probably got some really good bolt-ons, I'm guessing.
There's a tune in that thing, I bet.
Yeah. Obviously, like really well tuned. I love that hood. Very clean. I'm only seeing the one picture, Dave, so I can't.
Well, we're getting there.
And of
we're
course,
there.
I can't get too in depth because I'm not like a connoisseur of GTR aftermarket things like I am with the Nissans.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I mean, every time I see a GTR, I just get a little tight in the pants. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk shit about these cars. They're kind of like the quintessential, like, I just wish that I was that guy, you know?
Right. Well, you're gonna really want it. You're gonna really wish you were this guy in just a second, Dan, because there's the back of this thing. So you'll get it in just a second. And look at them. He's got some drag slicks on there. It looks like, or some drag tires.
I see the drag slicks. That's pretty sweet. I do
like
the
carbon fiber trunk there.
Oh.
So he's lightening the load a little bit there, Dan.
I like those front wheels. I'm guessing he probably has a set of daily wheels that he runs with that probably match those front wheels. I mean, even the drag looks like those are DOT kind of like track tires, maybe that he has as well.
But Dan,
those wheels look amazing.
This guy gave us two things. He also has this beast. It's a 2000 Nissan Titan Pro 4X in your favorite color, Dan.
Oh.
Like, he's full. This dude didn't
I might have to take a break. I love that color. Dude.
I do.
I will say the stock steps bother me. Not a big fan of those.
Well, he looks to be maybe in Florida. I don't know exactly, but maybe.
The wheels are a little big. I'm not a huge fan of the headache rack style, like rack in the back. I do like the ditch lights. Ditch lights are great. I'd like a little bit bigger tire, a little bit smaller wheel on that truck. Looks like he's got a nice front bumper. I can't quite see it.
Here's a new shot coming up, so you can see.
Okay. Of course, the color is freaking amazing. I love that color truck. When you throw a lift on that truck, it's freaking money.
I can't wait for the Frontier to be in this color. The next one.
Oh yeah, dude, that would be sweet. Even if it's in the gray color. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that front bumper. Looks like he's got some red lights in there or something. I don't know. But it looks like it's a pretty well adapted truck, man. I really dig that truck.
So
I wouldn't run those running boards. Maybe you get some amps. That's a good truck to throw some amp steps on. Obviously, that's probably a tow truck for his race car.
Right. So Danny, bro status. You didn't get just one kick-ass vehicle here. You got big and small.
It's got some brodozer tendencies. So the truck has some brodozer tendencies. I'm gonna give that thing a.
No, but these are a package deal. We got to rate them together.
Oh,
I know.
Man.
I know.
I don't want to give him too much brodozer because he's got a race car. Okay, he's got a 4 on the brodozer. I picked out some brodozer items. The race car. I mean, if you have a GTR race car, you're basically like, I'm gonna give you like a 7 on the cool bro status. Cool. If you have a truck and a race car, like, you're just a cool bro. It's like a brodozer kind of a combination. Very clear what I'm talking about right now. Right. This is the kind of guy I just kind of wish I was his friend and I can follow him around to the racetrack. Maybe he buys me lunch because apparently this guy's got some cash.
Right.
But I like this combo. Again, again, I'm not a fan of that the rack thing in the back.
But
I
they
do
were
wish it
some
had
of
a-
these dealers were bringing those with the trucks. So
Yeah, maybe. I do wish you had a bigger tire, smaller wheel combo on the
yeah,
truck, but
yeah,
it's personal preference.
yeah. I'm there with you. So overall, Dan, what are you giving this thing as a normal rating?
I'm gonna give this guy. I'm gonna give this guy a. I'm gonna give him an 8 because of the combo move.
8, nice. All right, so I'm gonna give this guy for bro status a 10, Danny. And this is because he's the coolest bro.
Whoa!
Listen to me.
Is this a good bro status?
It's because he's the coolest bro ever because he's got a brand new Titan and a GTR sitting there that he's ready to track, man.
This guy's selling watches on YouTube.
Probably. He's the company that keeps trying to get us to hawk their sunglasses. No, this dude
Hey.
is. You can't get any cooler bro than this guy.
Dave?
Yeah.
Jim Bob just FaceTimed me right now. Hold on
Uh-oh.
a second.
Boy, put him to the
I'm
mic.
mad. Jim Bob, what's the problem?
What's the problem?
He's live on air, by the way.
Are you mad? Are you mad?
Let him know he's live on air.
I'm down here camping with me.
Beep 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 beep.
About to have a good time, man.
Uh,
Lighting's bad. I'm out here doing stuff with my truck. I don't do time.
hey, turn the camera around. I want to see Jim Bob.
Oh, Jim Bob, say
There's
hi.
Jim Bob.
Say hi to the nation.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Well, I appreciate that you're doing stuff with your truck, doing stuff with your cousin. That's you know what? You got to keep it in the family. You got to keep it right, man. And you're wearing a Rogue. Look, he's wearing a Rogue Overland sweatshirt. I haven't even got mine yet.
Wow.
This guy's got This guy's Broverland.
He is
This guy's the
Broverland.
most Broverland guy I've ever seen. He got the Lightner. He's got a orange camouflage Lightner hat from his Instagram today. He's got a Rogue Overland. You can see it. He got a Rogue Overland shirt.
Does he
There's
have the
nothing
mic?
more Broverland. He just got a 10 on the Broverland scale.
Does he
'cause
have
he's
the
mad.
Midland CB with him, Dan? Does he have the
And he
Midland
got
CB?
a Midland CB. He's shouting people out on his Instagram. He's got it. He just replaced his Lightner design hat with a CVT hat. Oh,
my
never
God.
mind. It's a fly fishing hat.
Oh well.
Something. He's bro. He's Broverland. It's a whole other class we haven't talked about. The people can hear me. What do you got? What do you got for us tonight, buddy?
Put it in
Jim
front of the
Bob,
mic.
give
Put
us-
it in front of the
Spit
mic.
us some truth.
Spit us some truth, man. I'm all out of that tonight.
Hey Dan, put it in front of the mic. There you go.
Sorry,
We need some words of wisdom. He needs to end up on some words of wisdom here.
Yeah.
Well-
the Nissan Nation's having a great time tonight.
We're having a good time. Were you disappointed, or were you was it kind of what you expected when we reviewed your truck?
It was pretty much what I expected. I got all my credibility goes to this guy I follow who has this red dragon of a truck, and all my inspiration came from him, and my creativity came from him.
Mm-hmm.
My light bar is not from China; it's from Taiwan. From Oz 4-wheel drive. I think you use the exact same lights in your Xterra.
All right, touche.
So, he's a local Nashville guy, so I had to put
All right,
support where
all
support
right.
was due.
I'll give you that one.
Oh man, CVT. I did have to slave away for 4 months, giving my body away, which was worth it
Yeah,
for sure.
well, I agree.
Definitely worth it.
Bobby appreciates
But I
that.
think that's all you said, and then something about me banging my cousin. I mean, can't lie. That one. that's
I
the
know.
truth.
I said sleeping in the tent with your cousin. You said banging. I didn't say nothing about that. There you have it, folks.
I feel bad for the viewers, man.
Oh
Well,
my
thanks for
God.
calling, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm
y'all
glad
have a
you. Thanks for
wonderful night.
sending in pictures of your truck, my bro.
What I can do. Y'all have a good night.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
Oh my
Keep
God.
overlanding. See you, bud.
Oh my God.
Ooh. Oh man, I love that guy.
Oh man.
We got the best listeners in the world, man.
Oh, we do. We have some of the best audience. I want to ask real quick. MN Path. What did you send me? Because
He's got the Pathfinder with the drop bracket.
No, but I'm looking for what under the name he would have sent it under. So let us know on that because I would definitely want to get to you. But next up, we're gonna do Ricky Bobby next up, Dan.
All right,
And
all
then we'll
right.
get to the path because I know he's on here, and I wanna respect this guy. And
I wanna rip that path apart.
That's right, man. That's right. But let's see here. There, dude. You can't see this picture yet. I don't know that you're ready for this picture, Dan. I'm gonna put this tire right on your head, by the way. So here we go. Mr. Ricky Bobby Fast, Danny. We've got ourselves a genuine Gen 2 Xterra. It looks to be Titan swap, best I can tell. He's got my least favorite bumper on this thing because I think it's from a company out in Southern California that I will not mention. He's got some light bar on it. You got to have some light bar. If you're a California guy, you got to have light bar, right, Dan?
Yeah, it's a requirement.
It's definitely a requirement.
Dave, I could let me give you the rundown of what this thing is,
Ooh,
how this
yes.
is built, because he texted me the build on it. So a 2012 Xterra Titan swap, Radflow 2.5 with reservoir, bro points. Radflow 2.0 with reservoir in the back, bro points. Alcan 2-inch lift, 450 pounds. JE real drive shaft, definitely some good stuff.
Nice.
CJD upper control arms with delta joints, locker in the rear. Kel shitty push bumper. So that is what you were speaking of. Hardcore off-road rear bumper, and then a dildo sewn into the driver's seat.
Wow. I mean that must come in handy on those cold nights.
It's better than I don't know if I don't quite know if that's better than the Hummer seats.
Yeah.
The Hummer seat mod. Get your Hummers.
Yeah.
I don't know. But what do you think, Dave?
Let's see. So I'm looking at this thing, and there's another picture. There's a family picture. So first off, anybody that takes their family out with them has got much respect to me because
it lowers your bro
does.
points when you take your family out.
But he's got the car backpack on, so he's going to school in this thing, and he's going to take this thing to school. So you got to respect when you got the trasharoo on the back of this thing because,
classic.
Yeah, if you're not picking up garbage or women with that thing, what are you doing? I mean, come on. He's got
could be picking up garbage women.
Well, there's
but
that.
I don't think that's a scenario there.
From the family picture here, I think he's a very classy dude. Let's see. So he's got the gas tanks mounted to the ladder. You got to have a ladder if you're an Xterra guy now. And he's got the most classic thing ever to have an Xterra. You got that big glass. You got to put that big ass sticker in there, man. You got to let people know.
Well, no, Dave, that's a Terra sticker.
I know what it is. I'm just saying, but you got to let people know.
Dave. I don't think you understand.
Uh-oh.
Terra Crew is one of the most Southern California bro things you could possibly do.
Really? Tell me about this.
And from the looks of things, that's a legitimate Terra sticker.
Let me zoom in on this.
From the Terra Crew. And so he is stacking bro points right now. And the fact that he's okay, let's break this down. He's got reservoirs front and rear, bro points.
Yeah.
He's got a Terra Crew sticker. That's like a 4 bro point, bada bing, bada boom, dude. All right. He's wider in the front, so he's long travel in my book.
Yeah.
All right. He's got, I think he has 2 light bars on that truck.
Wow.
That's some legitimate bro points.
Yeah.
And he lives in Southern California. Another bro point.
Well, you're automatically like a bro point for that, right?
This thing's going to be ranking, dude. This thing's going to be ranking.
He's got the lights mounted in the bumper. Look at in the back of this thing. There's some
they're in the plastics.
That's
like
what I mean.
Plastics. Yeah. Oh, that's a classic Xterra move.
Oh yeah.
I think I was one of the first. I think I was the second one to do that actually.
Yeah, really.
Back in the day. Yeah.
You remember the cup mod that everybody used to do where they would drill a hole in that
ridiculous.
thing? Yeah. I know. Like,
but
I don't want my beer hot.
Dave, this Xterra is screaming, bro. I love it. I appreciate the work that he put into broing this thing out.
Right.
So I'm gonna give this thing a solid 8 on the California bro status.
Wow.
And he would be up in the 10s if he threw some fiberglass on that zombie. You know what I'm talking about? He's got a lot of the classic bro tendencies.
Nice.
And I appreciate it.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, I appreciate it. The Terra Crew sticker that put him right at 5. He started at 5.
Oh man. Overall, though, I think it is a very nice truck. It looks to be very purpose built. I'm not a fan of that bumper on the front, and it's probably more for the company itself than the look of it. It's just not for me. But then again, like I live on a different side of the country. We're kind of into different things, so it is what it is. The only thing it looks to be an SE or something like this is or an S model. And it's not the typical guy that's got an S model that didn't put, come on, he didn't put every Pro 4X thing he could find on this thing. He kept the wheels. Of course, he's got your wheels now, so we don't have an updated picture to that.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's got Pro
So that's
4X
like-
wheels, and it's looking good.
That's extra bro
He's
point right
looking
there,
good.
right? But over,
Well, that's not bro points. That's legit. That's legit skill points right there.
Yep.
I mean, that thing's coming on up. You know what I'm saying?
that's right.
He's
But
about to come up to the friggin' the OC kind of status.
nice. Well, on a
The
build
VC.
on the build status itself, I'm going to give it an 8. It looks to be very purposely built. I'm not a fan of those tires. And I bet they're awesome tires. They just don't look cool enough to me. You built a cool truck. I don't know. It's just I'm sure it's a daily driver or something practical. So my rating on that doesn't make sense, but I'd like to see something a little more aggressive on there because it's got that wide stance. But bro status, Dan, I'm giving this thing a 6 because he's got a ladder, he's got the backpack on it, and he's got a gas can all attached to that one ladder. So he'll never actually use the ladder to get on the truck. So that's a solid 6 in my book.
Roger that. I'm gonna give this thing a 7. He's got a hefty bumper coming pretty soon.
Nice.
Apparently, so that's good. That might bump it up a point.
We may have to
might drop his bro status 1 point. We'll see.
We may have to do an update on this one.
The
That's what
fact
you're
that he's got we may have to update this one. The fact that he's got reservoirs all the way around and it's locked. I'm not sure if he's got some kind of M226 in it or not. But yeah, it's a well built truck and he definitely uses it. So I'm appreciative of his submission. Thanks, Ricky Bobby, Zach.
Yeah,
for sending that in.
that is awesome, man. And he's been a big contributor to the show, so we do appreciate that.
Yeah, and the race truck.
That's right. And so I'm trying to find Mr. MM Pathfinder's thing.
Did you see the email?
Did he just send a new one?
WPE
I'm looking.
BE.
Uh,
We got to find him.
is it
'Cause
Will?
He was been sending me.
Let's see here.
He said I sent my email. And he just sent us money. So if you don't find it, he just
jeez.
super chatted us. No pressure, Dave.
I'm looking. I don't see anything. What would be the name it would be under, Dan?
The email is WPEBELING.
Hold on.
Gotta find it, Dave.
Dude, I don't see it on here. I'm nervous.
Search
I'm running
it. Did you
scared.
search it? Search it.
So W what?
WPE.
That should find it right there. Let's see. Nothing in my email. Oh,
And then he
man.
just said, I sent my email info to both of your Instagram message inbox.
Ooh.
The email should have a zip folder with photos.
Oh man, I don't think I can get
Oh,
in my
man.
Instagram from here. Nissan Nation Podcast at gmail.com. I want to rate your vehicle before we go. You've been super kind to us, and we gotta bro you out, man. So Nissan Nation Podcast.
I could pull up pictures, but it wouldn't do it justice if I was just gonna post them up on my phone.
The man give us a couple dollars, Danny. That is not. Yeah, I see that. Dadgummit, man. Because I saved everybody by their screen names. Anyways, so we'll get to it. Danny, so far these trucks, and we haven't even got through the list, and I know we're about to end for the night, but we haven't even got through half of these trucks,
You know what,
dude.
MN Path. Let's start with his on the next, because we have a lot of trucks to get through.
Yeah.
Let's start with his on the next show.
Yeah, because I'm going to do it justice.
Sorry, bro. We're like a half an hour late on this show for
Danny
for
getting
tonight.
his ass kicked.
I got to get out of here. So instead of I got to go get my ass kicked by my wife. So maybe we'll start our next rate your ride next show.
I'll be right. I'm going to write this down, Dan. So MN Path. Next. All right. So you're definitely next up, man, because you've been super kind to us, and we do appreciate that. Guys, if you want your vehicle rated by me and Danny, obviously it's all, we have a little fun with this, and, it's just a good time. And it gets you guys involved with us a little bit more because we definitely want some of your participation. So go over to nissannationpodcast@gmail.com and send us a couple pictures of your vehicle. Clearly, Danny wants to see what the inside of your vehicle looks like because he said there was a Hummer.
I mean, if you want to,
he said there's a Hummer mod. There's a Hummer mod out there.
Yeah, and I don't believe about the thing in the seat on Ricky Bobby's truck. If you want a 10, if you want to get that NMP 10, you got to show us that interior too, because it's not all about the exterior. I want that full front to back. I want
Captain.
I want the top to the bottom. I want that thing all up in our inbox.
Yes. But we do plan to do more of these down the road too. So we're definitely going to get to these in the next couple of weeks. We'll do another round. But thank you everybody who sent in. Like Danny, there was over 20 emails I think we got.
Yeah, you told me how many. I'm like, we're never getting through those.
But I definitely want to do this, and obviously me and Danny will get better with this, where Danny can react to a little faster to these, man. But guys, you guys have been too kind to us tonight. But before you go, I need a favor. All Terrain Nation is our other channel. We do everything. If it's got wheels, we're going to talk about it. There's 20 people in here right now that I bet half of you have not subscribed to that channel just yet. So I need you guys to go over to All Terrain Nation here and hit subscribe because we're trying to get that channel going. And we want to do some stuff like this on that channel too. And can you imagine the brodozers that we would get over there, Dan?
Yeah, I'd love to rip apart a real brodozer.
I would too, man. So guys, thank you tonight. And Danny, till next time, buddy. It's been a good one tonight.
It's been a good one. It's been
and
a lot of fun, boys.
We just got into this one. So from all things Nissan here in Middle Tennessee to wherever you're watching us around the globe, this is your Nissan Nation. And what are we, Danny?
Out!
Peace, everybody. Love y'all. See y'all Monday night for All Terrain Nation. Peace.
See you guys.